Emoji Cat, hello everybody, hello Fix It, Moody, let's go, hello guys. Let me just send up my bland. All right, let's get it. I'm very sick, guys, so I just want y'all to. Let me just change this over. I know we're featured. Does it show the featured thing, guys? Does it show it that we're featured right now? Yes, perfect, awesome, amazing. Thank you guys for being here. We're gonna give everyone a couple minutes, y'all. I give everyone a couple minutes, but I see already two of my three guests, so that's what's up. Appreciate you guys for the gifts. I'm not gonna be able to speak to well tonight, guys, because I'm very sick. I think I might have come up with COVID, but I appreciate every single one of you guys being here. And obviously this is our second featured episode, so we're super blessed to get here. And thank you to the app, Scout and Meet Me and Chris Casper and his team for getting us here. I'm gonna fight through this tonight, you guys. So if it sounds like I'm cutting off, it's because I got no voice and I'm really sick. But we're gonna make this work. This is Heart Rate. I'm Ace Marsher, host. It's every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate everyone being here. This is a featured show, guys. Please be respectful in the comments. No swearing, drinking, or smoking during my show. And, just make sure you guys respect everyone's stories and everyone else that's in the chat, and no swearing. That's the big thing, okay? Keep it to a minimum. No nudity either. Yeah, we can say that. That should be an own thing. I am just going to mute the gift audio. Thank you. Okay. But yes, let's go, guys. I appreciate everyone being here. This is Heart Rate episode 23. I think it is 23. It might be 24. We have three amazing guests tonight. We've got Kat, Panda Nugget, and Papa Bear, and I'm so blessed to have all three of them here. I know all three of them, two of them really well. One of them is a new friend, but I know her father, so I'm excited to have the three of them here and tell their stories. I'm super pumped to have all you guys here, and I'm just blessed to finally be able to say that we've gotten here to the point where it's officially featured. This is our first official episode. Excuse me, our first official episode featured fully. So let's go. Thank you guys for all the gifts. None other than my amazing admins. We have Emoji Day. We have Beard Raider, Deadshot, and Dreammaker. Shout out to them. They're awesome people. Hit them with a fave. If y'all want to be on the show, please do so. Again, hit me with a favorite. Hit my awesome three guests with a favorite as well. Like I said, guys, I know I don't sound excited right now, but I'm so friggin' pumped to be here, and I'm blessed. Excuse me that I'm sick. That was actually I was trying to say another word, but could someone come in the box and start my show, please? Guys, these are my three amazing guests. Can I have all three guests request the box? We're going to do it a bit differently today. We're going to have all three guests in the chat to help me save my voice because I'm really sick. And we're going to make this work with none other than our first guest. Other than our first guest, Kat, y'all. Hit her with a hey.
Hello.
Next, Panda Nugget.
Wow, I so just want to
I hit the wrong button. Next up, we have Papa Bear.
I just want to send you honey and tea, man.
Oh, dude, I drank like 7 teas. And we have Panda Nugget. Thank you guys, all three of you, for being here. I was supposed to have someone come in here and read for me, but he has not shown up. So I'm suffering. We're going to take this pain, y'all. Guys, I think you guys all understand the rules. So let's just briefly, take the time to start with Kat, go to Papa Bear next, and then Panda Nugget last. But not least, obviously, Panda. But please all just explain who you are, how long you've been on the app, and how long you've been streaming for it. Let's start with Kat. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kat. I have been on the app since last year when I turned 18 in September. So, and I don't stream that often, but I'm trying to come back and start streaming more. So
That's amazing. Get in there, girls. Thank you so much. Well, guys, hit Kat with a favorite. She's a young, up and coming streamer. She's the kind of youngin that we all need to protect on this app, because y'all know, if you're parents, which I know a ton of you are, you would never want to see someone that's new to something like this to be able to go through something that they can't handle. So let's make sure we stick up for the people that deserve it, right? All right, next up we got Papa Bear Sings. What's up, Papa Bear?
Hey, not much. Just relaxing. It's a semi-nice day out today. I've got all my yard work done for the week, and thank you. And let's see. When I stream music and chat. We'll talk about various stuff, and my music is folk, rock, blues, and country. More older school stuff, but a little bit of everything. And I play guitar, and I'm a drummer, and I've got kids and a dog, and that pretty much sums me up.
Oh, sorry, hit the wrong button. Thank you, Papa Bear. Next up, our third contestant is Panda Nugget. Please explain who the heck you are, how long you've been on here, and when we can find you live, or what we can find in your live. Pardon me.
I'm Panda Nugget. I'm 24. I've been on the app for a little over a year. I stream at random hours. It's kind of a catch me when you can game.
Okay.
And I do a lot of karaoke, singing, chat, vibes, lots of hanging out and getting to know people for sure.
Right. Awesome. Amazing. Well, that's great. Well, you guys are all three people that I know, and they're super awesome people. So thank you for dealing with my sickness today, because I know it's probably not my normal excitement that you guys are used to. But, hello, everyone that's coming in. I'm Ace Marsh, the host. This is Heart Rate. We're featured every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am sick. If you guys think that I sound like this normally, you got me messed up. And I just want you to know I'm normally really exciting, and I don't sound like this, okay? So we're sick. Yeah, put your masks on, because I'm pretty sure I have COVID, but we're going to get through this show, because this is how we do it down here. When we got something to do, we going to do it. Thank you all for being here. This is a featured show, so I will not be able to acknowledge the comments or the chat or the gifts, but I do see you, and there will be a time after the show that I will thank all of you guys for being here. And just don't worry, you are not going unnoticed. And I really appreciate all the support of people just showing up for my show. We took 23 episodes or 24 episodes, as you guys can see, to get here, and I'm so blessed to finally be here. Thank you for all the favorites. I will check my favorites after the show as well. Please favorite my amazing contestants, or not contestants, pardon me, my amazing guests, Kat, Papa Bear, and Panda Nugget, and also hit myself with a favorite, and check everyone else out in the chat. Favorites are free. You can always remove them later, is what I say. Don't hold me to that, because I probably shouldn't be saying it like that on here. Keep them forever, Anyways, guys, this is Heart Rate, episode 23. This is a show where people come in and tell their stories about wild, crazy adventures they've been on, near-death experiences, heart racing, adrenaline pumping situations. So let's get started with our first story. We have none other than Kat. Kat, please start off and give us your amazing story, and get into detail, and don't be scared.
So
I am going to mute myself before you start, Kat. I might open up and say something and then come back. If anyone comes in, guys, whoever, Emoji J, can you please let my chat know that today is not a featured show where I'm going to be talking as much, so can you spam the stuff for me, because thank you, sir. All right, Kat, take it away. Put some hearts in the chat if y'all are here right now. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all are here right now. Let's go.
So my story takes place in high school. I was doing criminal justice for a extracurricular class type deal. And I had to have a separate graduation for it too. And we had a specific training, and what's so heart racing about it was that it was voluntary taser training. So I volunteered to get tased so I could get the certificate, just because I wanted to be brave. definitely that experience got my heart racing the day of, because I remember when I stood up for the taser and they put on the alligator clips, because it was alligator clips with wires that were connected to the taser, and they just clipped the clips onto your clothes and then tased you. As they were doing that, my heart was just racing, racing, racing. I was like, oh boy. And I just pushed through it. It did hurt though, but I just went through it.
So, can you explain what an alligator hook is? Because I'm not really aware of what that is.
An alligator clip is basically just a clip that looks like an alligator mouth, almost has like alligator like teeth
It's
type.
Kind of like this, but metal and smaller.
And what is it? Is it meant to hook alligators?
It just
No,
looks like an
it's
alligator's
meant
mouth
to clamp onto clothing.
because it's
Okay.
got little bumps on the clip that make it look like teeth.
Like that, yeah.
You know,
They-
do you know what we call this in Canada? This is a clothespin.
Yeah, and it's a clothespin here in the States too.
I'm sorry, I just had to tease you guys a bit. My bad. I got bad humor when I'm sick because I'm really aggressive, and you know I know this is a featured show and I'm blessed for all y'all being here, but I'm still gonna put y'all in your place. Hello, you know, thank you guys all for being here, guys. This is Kat. She's our first guest. We did it with a favorite. She's on here. She's a young and up and coming streamer. Her father's on the app, who's a pretty well known guy. So you know, make sure you look out for her and show her some love. Hit her with a fave. Thank you for sharing your story, Kat. I know it was a shorter one. Do you have another story that you'd like to share? If not, I'll always share one at the end of the show. We always have time. It's up to you. If
no.
not, we can also have some of them. Okay, no problem. So we're going to move on, guys. Please hit Kat with a favorite. She's our first guest. You're welcome to hang out in the box. You can jump down until the second portion of the show for about 15, 20 minutes. That's up to you. But yeah, you're more than welcome to stay here. Guys, next up, we have Papa Bear Sings. He's been on my show before it was featured, and he's now back while it's featured. I make that promise to everyone. If y'all want to be on the show, hit my admins up with a fave and a DM or myself on Instagram or on here, and you know, just let us know you want to be on the show. Everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome to come tell their story. As long as it's appropriate and featured approved, then we're good to go. Next up, though, Papa Bear, guys, this is Heart Rate. I'm Ace Marsh, your host. I am sick, so I'm going to keep the talking to a minimum. So we're going to take the floor away with Papa Bear Sings. Go ahead, my man.
All right. Yeah, I'm still recovering from the yes, tase me, please story. Wow, that's more power to you. So Ace, I can either do the story I did last time, or I can do a different story. It's up to you.
You go.
One for last story, two for new one.
Well, I think we're going to go with the two.
Okay. I just want to give you the option. So this takes place about 10 years ago, more or less. Both my parents have had colon cancer. So you know, all of us kids are like, great, okay, we'll get colonoscopies every year, twice. I don't know. This is about one of my least favorite experiences ever. And this particular one happened. It was a Friday. Went in, got the colonoscopy, you know, with the whole fun prep beforehand. That's always a blast. And then when they did the colonoscopy, they found a couple polyps that were, you know, questionable. So they snipped and clipped them, basically cut them, and then they put a little clip to keep them, like an alligator clip, but smaller. No, I don't think so. And what I went home for the weekend, and I'm doing okay. And my son was at his mom's for the weekend. Comes back Sunday afternoon. Sunday night, I've got this incredible headache because I'd had a concussion a little before that. And I took a couple Advil. And about 3 in the morning, I wake up, felt nauseous, felt like I kind of had the flu, felt like I might have a little, we'll just say, loose outward stuff, and trying to keep it feature appropriate. And I went to the bathroom, and I'm sitting there thinking, you know, I'm dizzy, I'm not concentrating, I feel like I've got the flu, and I'm thinking, do I just go back to bed? And I noticed at that point that What the problem was, I was bleeding out from the colonoscopy internally into my GI tract. And so the blood had to go somewhere. That's where it was going. And it was, I sat there and was like, I think I might have to call somebody, but I'm not sure. Because when you lose that much blood that quickly, it really is, you get very lightheaded, very dizzy, very not thinking clearly. Like I said, fortunately, my son was back home. He stayed at his mom's for the weekend. He's home. And after I'm in there about an hour, I get this knock on the door. He's like, Dad, are you okay? I'm like, I don't think so. I think I need to go to the hospital, but I don't know where my phone is. Can you find my phone? And he's like, I'll call 911, Dad. And turns out he'd been sitting outside the bathroom, like half an hour waiting for me. And after a half hour, he's like, I probably should check. And thankfully he was there and had enough sense to ask if I was okay. Basically, the doc said if I had just gone back to bed or if he hadn't called them fairly soon after that, that would have been it. I wouldn't have made it because I'd lost that much blood. I'd lost enough that as they're walking, as they're wheeling me out in one of the gurney type things, when they'd raise it to go down the stairs, I would pass out, and then they'd lower it and I'd come back to consciousness. And that was Sunday overnight. Monday, because of what happened, I got the fun experience of having a second colonoscopy within 3 days. Yay. It went well. Everything looked okay, they said. And then they said, if you want to get out of here, you have to, just prove to us that your gastrointestinal tract is in fact processing stuff and working, which I'll let you fill in the blanks. And the best way to do that is to walk around a lot. So I'm just like constantly, I got to know everybody in that floor and that wing because I just kept walking for hours because I was like, I want out of here. I'd had it enough with the hospital. And that's pretty much it, except I remember my son, there's an old TV show called Emergency, firefighters or paramedics. And my son, we watched that when he was young because it was a good, wholesome show. And he says to me at the hospital Monday, he goes, yeah, Dad, I was going to follow you out to the ambulance, but whenever that happened on emergency, it never ended well. So I decided I would just let them take you. And he brought my bike back into the apartment and locked the door and waited for his mom to show up. But yeah, so it's good to have kids sometimes. And he felt so pleased because he literally saved my life that night.
That's awesome. That's so good. Like that's exactly a purpose right there, just to live for. You know what I mean? So yeah. Thank you for sharing that. We don't always get stories that are a little bit more heartfelt or where people almost passed or moved on or whatever the case you want to call it. But super blessed to have you share that. Not much we can comment on it. Just super happy that you had your son and that you brought him up to be the way he is, and he was there, and everything happens for a reason, realistically, right? So,
and for him it was cool too because his older sister, a few years earlier, and also saved my life because we were ordering food and we had ordered Chinese, and my wife at the time, when they said, "Oh, we got a special on these whatever egg rolls," and not our usual, we usually just get the pork ones because I'm deathly allergic to crustaceans, the shellfish. And so we're all sitting there eating, and I'm just about to bite into this egg roll because I love egg rolls. And as I'm about to bite into it, my daughter's across the table, and she's like, "Papa, I thought you were allergic to shrimp." I'm like, "I am, you know that." And well, that egg roll's got a whole bunch of shrimp in it, and she had one already, and I break it open, and my ex didn't hear them say it was a shrimp egg roll. So I was like, "Thank you. That was really nice." She goes, I think she was like 10 at the time. Both my kids at 10 saved my life. Wow. And she's like, "I saved your life." So both my kids have stories where they've saved my life. So that's kind of cool.
That's amazing. Yeah, that really is cool.
I actually got goose pimps telling that story. Wow. Goose pimps, goose pimples.
Yeah, I call them goosies. but you know, got the goosies. But yeah, no, that's crazy. This is definitely, yeah, yeah. Well, thank you for sharing. That's an amazing story. I mean, you should be blessed to have the kids that you have. Obviously, they're great kids, just like yourself. And you know, obviously, we're blessed to have you guys. Please hit Papa Bear Sings with a favorite, hit Cat with a favorite. You know, this is Heart Rate. I'm your host, Ace Marsh. I usually give you a way better, bit more of excitement, anyways, and a way better explanation of my show. But tonight we're on a little bit of a rough patch, being sick. That came out of nowhere, so I'm going to keep it a little short. So please view my admin's notes in the chat because he's going to be basically speaking for me. But next up, we got Panda Nugget. She's a friend I've known for quite some time, and please hit her with a favorite. She's our third and featured guest and last featured guest of the night. So Panda Nugget, why don't you just go ahead and get into it?
All right. So this took place March 18th, 2020. And I went to work at midnight, and I worked at a hotel at the front desk. Everything was fine until about 3 a.m. And I heard gunshots outside. So I called the police, and they came and investigated and asked a bunch of questions, yada yada. And then at 7 a.m., the police finally left my work, and at 7:09 a.m., we got hit with a 5.7 magnitude earthquake.
So what?
A 5.7 magnitude earthquake in 2020 in Magna, Utah.
Wait, can you just start that all over again because I have questions.
Sure. So I was at work. I went to work about midnight, and at around 3 a.m., there were gunshots outside of my work. So I went to the back, hid in the back room for a minute, called the police. They came and investigated it, found a bunch of casings. Nobody got injured, thank goodness. And then the police left at 7 a.m. At 7:09 a.m., we got hit with a 5.7 magnitude earthquake.
And like that, which has nothing to do with the start of the story. It's just crazy that all happened at once, right? Like it's just
Yeah.
Oh, so happy. Okay.
Yeah, everybody was okay. So the police started basically, I guess. So
That's the sound of the police.
the scariest part was driving home on the freeway with all of the aftershocks.
No doubt. I can only imagine like the stuff you've seen and all this, like and even driving, just having to drive through it all, because I'm sure there was debris and wrecks and.
Yeah, I mean,
it
wasn't terrible.
Were people hurt? And like.
Not many. Some people were hurt. Not many casualties. Mostly there was like road damage, and like houses were kind of like the wall.
Are you in Utah, Panda Nugget?
Mm-hmm.
So Utah never gets earthquakes. That's what Emoji Chase thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
so that's crazy. And then you guys get over a 5-point hurricane. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, and the one before that was like that big was like in.
Well, Fuego says differently. So sorry, go ahead, Panda Nugget. Anyways.
The last one that was that big was in 1995. So we get like small earthquakes, but nothing that we can ever really feel. So that was definitely scary, and not expected at all. Driving home with the aftershocks was definitely the hardest part. I had to pull over a few times, and let the aftershocks kind of ride out. I eventually made it home safe though, and no other earthquakes happened after that. And yeah, that's my scary story.
Was it scary? But did you also kind of like look back on it and be like, that was kind of cool? Like not cool with what happened from it, but cool to be a part of it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I could say that I was in an accident once that was pretty wild, and we flipped 8 times in a Toyota limited edition 4Runner. Back in the day, on our way to a hockey tournament, we hit black ice. Me, my father, and my mother. and we hit black ice, boom, boom, sideways, sideways, going about 90 kilometers an hour, about 100 kilometers an hour on a back road in Oswego in the States, if you know where that is. And we caught the ditch. Thankfully, there was no one else on the road. We caught the ditch. And as soon as we caught the ditch, the truck went boom, and it caught like, I don't even know how much air. And as soon as we hit the ground, everything in the entire truck was totaled. Like it went like gone.
Yeah.
And then it just went barrel rolled 8 times, and we took out 3 trees. 3 trees about this big. Like they weren't massive trees, but they were like, the side of the road trees? Like they were big, 3 of them, and still barrel rolled 8 times. Ended up upside down, everything totaled. None of us a problem. My dad, as he hit the seatbelt, came down and landed with glass in his hand. Me, as I hit the seatbelt, came down and landed with glass in my knee. My mother had nothing, and we all got out, and we grabbed the hockey gear and pulled everything out. As we walked away, whenever something happened, about within a 5 millisecond period of us being just far enough to be walking away, the whole thing blew up. The entire thing blew the fuck up like a.
Saved the hockey gear. That was the important part, though.
Yeah, you
that
saved
was
the
the best part
hockey
of the
gear.
story.
Yeah.
We all got out. We managed to rescue the hockey gear.
They fudged up so bad, it was crazy. It was just like so, like, you know what I mean. So, anyways, that's what it is, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Ace Marsh, your host. Excuse me that I'm a little sick tonight. I apologize for being a little out of weather, but guys, this is a very exciting show. Come here every week at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays. This is Hurry. I'm your host, Ace Marsh. These are my 3 amazing guests. We have Kat, Papa Bear Sings, and Panda Nugget, my amazing admin and head of admins down there, Emoji J. So hit him with a favorite, hit him with a message, or myself, if you guys would like to be on the show. Appreciate y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all for sharing your stories. This next portion is, a different portion of the show where we get into a situation-based scenario. So y'all are going to have to answer how you would escape, deal, or cope with the real life situation scenario that I'm about to give you that some people have had to deal with. Okay, the best answer is the one that's going to win the show. And basically, you got to think about what the chat likes, because they're the ones that's going to vote. So whether you're the ones that says, the right answer, the goofy answer, the funny answer, the ratchet answer, the wild answer, you guys choose which way you want to go. But you're trying to win the chat down low. All right? It's time for you guys to spit your float. No, I'm trying to rap, but I'm not good. But yeah, anyways, guys, this is Heart Rate. I'm Ace Marsh, your host. It's Friday. Get excited. We got a fun, weekend of Live Fest. Make sure if you're all there, stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Enjoy yourselves and come home alive. We love you guys. So, we respect the fact that Live Fest is going on. For the rest of us, I hope you guys all have an enjoyable weekend at home. I appreciate y'all being here. Next week, we got a pretty exciting episode ahead of us. I don't want to give too much away because it's definitely one that you're going to remember if you show up. So don't miss it. Same time next week. This is Kat, Papa Bear Sings, and Panda Nugget. Hit them with a fave. I'm Ace Marsh. That's Emoji J down there. Let's move on to the scenario-based portion of the show. Are y'all ready for this one? This one's a little different. All right? This one's actually a lot different. You guys have malls where you live?
We have Mall of America here, so yes, we have malls.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know what that means, but I think that means you have malls.
Mall of America, it's the biggest mall in the United States.
Oh,
It has a theme park inside the mall.
that's like West Edmonton Mall.
It's like that, but I think it actually is larger, but I might be wrong.
I have no idea.
It's never had an earthquake.
Idea. Well, anyways, I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you guys for the gifts. Shout out to everyone that's down there in the chat. I do see you guys. I do appreciate all of you guys for the gifts and for being here. I cannot acknowledge you throughout the show because this is a featured show. So I am focused on my contestants, but I do see you guys. Other than that, guys, shout out to all the gifters. I'm just going to run through my list. Shout out to Emoji J. Shout out to Top Badge Sarah E. Shout out to Queen, or Snow Angel, sorry, Mr. Fox, Lumbee, Miss Tony, King Goober, Fuego, CJ, Pop Bear, and the list goes on. Thank you guys. Shout out to all of you guys. Before we get into the next portion, guys, I just got a question for you. Is there anything that you would say on this app that you've gone through that would give you a reason to tell a story on my show?
Yes.
Kat,
Not that I can think of, no.
take a minute to think about it. Panda Nugget.
Yes,
Without saying names and without putting people in their place, which I know y'all would love to do, because we all like that. But why don't you all start off? We're gonna start from the back. Then we'll start at Panda Nugget. We'll go to Papa Bear, and then we'll give Kat some time to think about something that comes up. And then we're gonna move to the scenario base, just because we ran a little early today, guys, because I'm not talking as much. So we're gonna do that if y'all don't mind. Thank you so much for being here, Linda. Hello. Go ahead, Panda Nugget. I'm gonna mute myself, guys. I'm not.
I'm gonna have to monetize this as much as I can. I met up with a person on this app, and we were friends for about a year, and then him and his girlfriend broke up, and he was like, "Hey, I need a friend," and I was like, "I got you." Long story short, it ended with me being in the hospital, and getting tested for stuff. So.
Wait. So you met someone on the app?
Yeah. And then I don't know if I'm allowed to say it or not, but I had to get a kit done. That's it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was well.
I was not where I was expecting or where I thought that was gonna go, but
That's why I was like, I'm gonna have to figure out how to monetize this. Like,
no, you got it. Thank you for sharing, guys. So right now, this is Heart Rate. I'm Ace Marsh. We're doing this show a bit differently today, guys. This is not a typical show. I am sick, so I'm struggling talking and being here alone. But I wanted to get through this, so just bear with us, guys. Please come back next week. I guarantee I'll be better, and we'll have a real full show. I apologize to you guys as my guest that I can't really give you my full energy, but I think you all three know me how I normally am, so it's all good. But let's keep it rocking. Panda Nugget, thank you for sharing. The scenario of this scenario was, have you ever faced something on the app that would make you have a story to tell? And I think Papa Bear's up next, so we're gonna let him go.
Yeah, and Panda, just prayers and support and everything out to you for what you went through.
Thank you.
Mine was less intense, probably. I was streaming a lot. I've got my best friend lives in the Philippines, and she and I are very close. And she had a guy who was infatuated with her and was not liking what a great connection she and I had, and how that showed up in his particular, maybe psychosis, neurosis, whatever his issues were, is he decided it'd be a good idea to make a fake account with my picture and my name, and then go and, troll other accounts, including one of the music contests I was in. I perform my song, went well, and then I'm watching in the comments afterwards, and all of a sudden I see my name and my picture show up saying these things like, "These other fools need to leave. I don't care about them. I just want to win," and just ripping on the other contestants. And I'm like, that's not me. And so I'm having to type, by the way, that's not me. And periodically would show up in different things. It came to that contest again a different night. And so, yeah, so I had someone who just copied me and just decided, and then later would go into this person's stream and say in his own, and be like, "Oh, I do IT. I could try to track down their IP address if you want." And then he goes, "Oh yeah, I tracked it down. It was in London somewhere." And I'm like, okay. Eventually he made enough mistakes that I was able to figure out who it was, but that was
that's crazy,
fun, but not fun. Yeah,
that's wild. Well, yeah, that definitely would get your
and his name is Ace Marsh. No, that's not right.
Don't make me laugh, please. I can't.
Oh, sorry. No, I tell you what, I was really tempted to say the name, but I won't because of your request that we don't. So,
no.
But feel free to message me.
He's willing to expose. That's wild. Oh, anyways, guys, I appreciate everyone for being here. Thank you guys for sharing another second portion of the show. I am gonna end the show early tonight, guys. I'm sorry. I'm really sick, and I'll be around the app. I just need a break. I apologize. Thank you for being here at my second featured show, but I am way too sick to do this, and hopefully the app understands. I appreciate all three of you guys here. Um, let me try. No, you know what? No, we're gonna try to get through this. No. We're gonna try to get through this. Okay, we got the scenario portion of the show. Emoji J, can you come in and fill in for just in here and speak for me? No, we're gonna keep this going. This is my second feature show, guys. Welcome in. This is Heart Rate with Ace. Emoji J, I need you in here, please. We're not ending this. Yes, you can. You know how my show goes. You're my admin.
And by the way, if you want to see how a show normally goes after this show, check out, I think it was last week's or the week before, the week I taped it for you for Jay. And you start the show with, hey, everybody. And it was just like, whoa. It was, yeah.
I'm like, all right. Anyways, guys, okay, we got a scenario portion of the show. This is where I give everyone a scenario. Everyone a scenario from a real news station or an internet news article. And so this is something that's actually happened that definitely has gotten some people's heart racing, or a scenario that got their adrenaline pumping. Y'all are going to get the same scenario. You have to answer how you would go through that, deal, cope, or escape the situation scenario, okay? Whoever has the best answer that the chat down low thinks is the best is going to be the winner of the show. What you win, are you ready for this? Absolutely nothing. It's so amazing. Welcome to my show. It's about a lot of fun and just having a good time. But thank y'all for being here. This is Heart Rate episode number 23. I'm Ace Marsh, your host. I'm sick. Y'all gotta deal with it. Tough luck, but thank y'all for being here. My admins, Emoji J, hit him with a fave. Hit my awesome three guests with a fave. We got none other than Cat, Papa Bear Sings, and the amazing Panda Nugget. Guys, the scenario today, are you ready for it? If y'all are in the chat, can we get a 1 in the chat? If y'all are in the chat, I appreciate all the gifts. I appreciate all the comments. I am not able to acknowledge you guys throughout the show. It's not because I'm sick. It's just part of the featured show program. Also, I'm going to save my voice, but thank you for being here. The scenario today is something that I just saw. So you're out on a big yacht with your friends, and there's one friend who's bougie, and I'm not going to state their sex or anything like that, but this one friend who's bougie, she or he's out on the boat, and it's a yacht, right? So you're out there to party. You guys know about a yacht party. Like, everyone knows about that. You see it in movies all the time. That's Sammy. Okay, so anyways, y'all are there. She invites you, he invites you, you guys show up, you got your big group of people. You're on the yacht, you guys are way out in the ocean, you're partying. This is like a whole weekend excursion. It's amazing. Boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden, wow, Panda Nugget brought up a hurricane, was it that you brought up? Well, all of a sudden we've got some of this stuff. We got a wicked storm brewing. We got an earthquake, hurricane, we want to call it what you want to call it. Tsunami waves are pulling through. Okay, this is a real story. I forget how it actually really went, guys. I took some medicine today because I'm trying to go to sleep after this, so don't hate me for it. But long story short, this big yacht, and I think this is 100 and something foot yacht, it said, and like you can imagine, right? But that's a yacht. A yacht is about it's a big ship that's got a lot of people on it. Well, there was over almost 100 people on the ship. It was like something just near 100 people. And what happened is the waves started coming through. They were so stuck out there and partying that also the captain was drinking. So the entire ship was completely just partying. So they gave up on it, not thinking. They never checked the weather. They didn't have anything like that. They got a call from the Coast Guard to come back in because it's such a big ship, so it's noticeable on scans and whatever. Long story short, they ended up getting turned around, and they got sent inwards towards shore, to a point where when the waves started going, that no one was controlling the ship, which even if they were, they couldn't control it at that point, that the storm got so big that they ended up nosediving, and they nosedived, and by how far they were out, they came in, I forget where it was, they nosedived into the sand halfway down the ship, which is, if you think about 100, that could still be 50 feet deep, right? That's still going to pressurize you guys That's still like, imagine trying to like you're like 50 feet down in the ocean is not. That's still very deep. Okay, and the crazy thing is it got stuck and it went down, but the way that the wave took it down, it got stuck so quickly that everyone is still alive, and the boat doesn't have water inside of it, even though it's buried at the bottom of the ocean. What do you do next? Go ahead, Kat.
That's a tough one to think about.
I'm gonna mute myself just so I don't cough at you guys.
I probably look for a way to, I don't know. I'd probably look for a way to like help others or help myself at least. If I can. I can't think of what I would do.
Well, we're gonna tell you one thing, Kat. You are absolutely losing this round. Sam, thank you for the chat. I'm not supposed to acknowledge gifts, but get the F in there with the jet. Thank you so much. Okay. Moving on. Thank you, Sam. Listen, I'll be sick all the time if you're sending jets. I'm sorry. No. Papa
but she rocked the first story with the tasing. That's
She sure did. You know what, Kat? Don't worry. Do you remember what you win? Nothing. So it doesn't matter. But I don't think you're going to see a lot of votes for number one. Papa Bear, do you understand the assignment here?
I do. We're on a yacht and we're out in the ocean, and the hurricane twister tsunami hits us. We go down. We hit the floor, down like 50 feet down into the ocean, but there's no water in the ship yet. And what do? Well, I, of course, pull out my guitar. Every night in my dreams I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you go on. Far across the distance and spaces between us, you have come to show you go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Once more you open the door. Wait, you open the door, water comes rushing in, we all drown and die.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. If he doesn't win, you guys are never welcome back to my featured show. If he doesn't win. Thank you, Papa Bear. Next up, we have Panda Nugget. Do you understand the assignment, Panda Nugget?
Yes, but I'm gonna go with the logical answer here, and I'm probably.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let you know one thing before you go the logical route is that I'm a very logical thinker. The reason I made this show is that people can be not logical.
Wait a minute. I would say mine is very.
No, we're gonna have to logically. That was the logical matter.
Yachts have like radios, right? So you can like call people.
Who's y'all?
I don't know.
Yeah, the ship. Yeah. The ship. They got their sonar. They got their, their Alfa Romero.
Okay.
You know.
So I'm gonna call somebody and ask them to bring us oxygen tank.
Oh, oxygen! They're just gonna come in the middle of a tsunami storm in the middle of the ocean and bring a yacht that's partying oxygen tanks. Great idea. Great idea.
And then we're gonna swim to the surface and wait for them.
Oh, you're gonna swim! You're gonna swim through us? Yeah.
50 feet down. Go swim.
All right, guys, she's done for the night. All right, anyways, guys, those are the three options. I'm on a meeting spree, but thank you for being here. I'm Ace Marsh. I don't know what just happened, but I just cleared up one nostril, so we are ready to go from being sick for a minute. Until this stops, you're gonna get my full voice, I guess, because it's here. I don't know what just happened, but we're gonna run it until we can't run it no more. This is Heart Rate, guys. This is the second episode of being featured. This is the the first full featured episode today. So thank y'all for being here. If you want to be on the show, it is ran a little differently. I couldn't speak a lot today. Now all of a sudden I'm alive. I don't know what just hit me. I think it was Panda Nugget's story, and I think that I remember that because I'm pretty sure I saw it in a movie and she's lying. No, I'm just totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. but anyways, y'all, thank you for being here. If y'all want to be a part of this show, make sure you hit me up before I lose my voice or I will not be able to respond. But this is Ace Marsh. This is Heart Rate every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Usually we run a fade party after this. But tonight we're not doing it because it's Live Fest. So for all those people at Live Fest, be safe, be healthy, don't drink and drive. But make sure you send me a battle because I'm live and we're going to body you all day and all night. All right? Okay, anyways, back to the show. Guys, thank you for being here. It's time to vote. I would like y'all to vote 1 for Cat, 2 for Papa Bear, or 3 for Panda. Let's get our votes now. Wow! Yo, that is the weakest votes I've ever had on this show. It's probably because I'm sick. Are you guys intentionally doing this like every 1 second? Or am I lagging? It's the app. It's literally going every 1 second. Oh my. Y'all plan this, y'all. Y'all plan this. This is crazy. Y'all trying to mess up with a sick man's head. That's crazy. All right, guys. The winner officially is none of them. I won. Haha. Losers. Take an L. Anyways, Papa Bear is the winner. Papa Bear is the winner. Give him a round of applause for winning absolutely nothing. Yay. Thank you for being here, guys. Before y'all go, we usually have a fade party after this. I don't know what just hit me. My voice is starting to go again. So I think it was like a wicked, just like, boop, you got 2 minutes. All right, bye. But I'm going to stay on because if I go to sleep, I'm going to feel